Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what time it is where you are. And in the words of some random guy who dropped this in the chat, I'm going to try to pronounce this out loud. So let's see. Mornfortnoon. Good mornfortnoon. Because there's no A for the after part. So I hope I said that well. I do understand that that's kind of like a made-up word, a conjunction maybe, I'm not sure. But I like it. We are going to do our Saturday morning comics stream today. So let me go ahead and click over. Hello and good morning. It is so good to see you. I was not looking at the camera. I was looking somewhere else. Because I actually looked up at the light. Now I need to blink. Good morning. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. It has been a long week for me. I don't know about you guys, but for me it felt like a very long week. And yeah, and it's an early morning. I stayed up really late last night watching the new Goosebumps series, actually, because I've been really getting into the spooky mood. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. Let me know in the chat if you've seen it yet. But it seems to me that they like made their cast from several different books, and then like they just have them all happening simultaneously. So all the different books are happening at the same time. And there's definitely some differences. If you've read the books, it's not like a one-for-one. Like the mask is not exactly the same in this Goosebumps as it was in the previous Goosebumps series, where the TV shows were more like episodic, so to say. Like the books would each be contained in an episode in the old series, but in the new series they're sort of all like, you know, knitted together. Yeah, like some random guy says knitting. I've been waiting to find time to learn. Well, great. Now I did it again. I looked at the light. The camera and the light are side by side. I hope that you have plenty of spare time this weekend, lots of free time to take up the knitting and to learn the new hobby that you want to learn. And today I have a couple of different things on my desk in front of you guys because I had some stuff I wanted to share. That's also why I'm on camera right now instead of having my my little, my avatar talking for me, because I wanted to go over some things. Also, I upped the music, just a little housekeeping real quick. I increased the volume of the music for you guys because I've noticed in the past where I was like, oh, this music is so loud to me, and I kept turning it down, but then like in the playback, I couldn't even tell, I couldn't even hear the music. So it's louder now in my streaming software. So if it is too loud, let me know. I can dial it back. Some random guy says, I've been using the treadmill and weight machines a lot, and that eats time a lot. Yeah, health and fitness is important, and it's one of the things that many of us just don't want to sacrifice the time for, but it's very important that we do. And I've been trying as well, although my routine has been very like low impact routine, because I am, like most of you that follow my channel know, I'm like going through like a big medical thing right now, and so it's very important for me to keep it low impact but to maintain. So I can't gain weight, I also can't lose weight right now, so I'm kind of stuck trying to maintain where I'm at, whether I like it or not. And so I'm like going on walks twice a day, like a mile at lunch, and then I do a mile after work is over, and I'm just trying to maintain eating healthy, eating less sugar, drinking less caffeine, that kind of stuff, you know, that boring adulting kind of stuff, but it is what it is. So what I wanted to get to and show you is not this book, because we've seen this book before, but this book is important in context, okay? This is the City of Gears Anthology, A History of Loden, Volume 1. And this is my oldest and dearest role-playing group that I've been in. It is a play-by-post role-playing group. If you don't know what that is, let me know. I can explain it. But basically, it's a group of artists that I met on DeviantArt years ago, like so many years ago, in the heyday of play-by-post RPs, when they were like super in, and everybody was doing it. Everybody was creating their own universe and world for you to play in. And we just really got along well. We loved our stories. We loved our characters so much. Like, there's like 20 people who wrote in this book, and all of their original characters are in it. So a lot like what we're doing with our comics, and we're putting all of your original characters, everybody in the chat's original characters, all in one book. That's exactly what we did here. But instead of it just being art, it's also it's art and writing. So if I flip through here, you're gonna see like there's some art in here that different people made. Like, lots of different people made art for this. But there's also story. And this is 480 pages of just beautiful, beautiful world building, character building, development, character relationships that have like just grown into their own thing, and it's just been really amazing. And so we've had this beautiful run with this world of ours, and this is volume 1 that I put together several years ago, and it took me so long, unexcusably long, to make volume 2. But I am showing you this because I am celebrating, because I finally did it. And here's volume 2. I collected all of our stories and all of our art from the group, and I put it all together in the second volume. So now I have book number 2. Sorry, my voice. Another 480 pages of just beautiful, beautiful story and art that has gone into this group for several years. And I'm also sharing this with you guys in particular because you're both artists and storytellers. I know that about my audience. But also, we are doing a respawn of this group, a respawn of this universe, this world, and we are inviting all new players to join. I mean, granted, there will also be returning players from previous years, but we want to give everybody a chance to like create new characters if there are old players, to make new characters, and for new players to join and make their own characters as well, and to be a part of this universe. And I'm gonna have details for that in my Discord later today. Granted, like, the reboot isn't gonna happen tomorrow, so don't feel like you have to rush and jump into this, or if you're busy right now, you're like, oh, I can't do it because I'm busy. There will be time in the months to come, because we know it's holiday season and everybody's busy. We're busy, so we're not planning to kick off the respawn until after New Year's, but we want to get the information out there. That's why I want to tell you guys now. You guys are hearing this first from me, and I want you to know that like this is coming, and the information will be in my Discord. Hello, Lunar Garden. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I appreciate that you made it, and I hope you're having a great weekend so far, and I hope it continues to be great. Billy Goof. Hey, it's the writer of Rowan. Can't wait for the reboot. Hello, Rowan. It's so good to see you. Thank you for making it to the stream. Rowan can tell you guys, this world is... it's just magic. Like, the vibe, the connection between the players, the way that it just, like, it's like living a whole second life. It's like if you could choose to join, I don't know, like Hogwarts or Lord of the Rings or whatever, like whatever's your jam. But instead of just reading it and then imagining yourself in it, you can actually put yourself in it, and you can control the story. You can tell where it goes. And it's just been an amazing experience. I do think it's like the closest thing to magic that we have in this world is to co-create. That's why I enjoy it so much. That's why I like co-creating with you guys on these comics. And I promise you, we are going to get into this. We are going to do this. But I just wanted to take a moment to really like celebrate. Celebrate what's happening at Load-In. And I want to bring Load-In to you guys. And I want to bring you guys back with me to Load-In, because it's just an amazing thing. It's my favorite thing that I have ever done, like my favorite thing I've ever made or worked on in my entire life. And I've done a lot of projects, I've done a lot of creative things, a lot of collaborations, but this one is my favorite, all-time favorite. Probably will be for always. Like, it's just the way it is. Hello. The chat is kind of moving quick. Oh, well, quick for me. I know that it's like, mostly you guys are just keeping up conversation, but I want to read what you guys are saying. You want to build muscle but not visible muscle. You somehow gain 2 kg in a day and a half, though. I don't know if that's a lot, because I measure in American. We're weird. We have our own system, and we just don't I don't know, conform, because you have to be complicated and make things hard, I guess. I think you mentioned this before. Yeah. Like I said, the first book, I've mentioned it before, and then now that the second one's out, I just really wanted to celebrate. And I have another thing to celebrate, but we'll talk about that since I read these. Good morning from Lunar Garden. Good morning, some random guy. Yeah, to Rowan. Good morning, afternoon, Goth. Bandwidth is acting up. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Okay, let me move the chat back over. Actually, it might be easier if I leave the chat here, but then I move some other things around screen. That might work. Just so it's easier for me to read, kind of straight under the camera instead of being like, hi guys, what's up? You know, looking somewhere else. Let's see, the other major thing I wanted to celebrate and talk to you guys about today is our stream trading cards. So, we've been working on this for almost as long as this comic stream series, I guess if you can call it a series, has existed. And I've made 2 videos about the cards that we have designed based on our stream comic characters, based on your characters. And that set of cards is finally done. I have sent them off to the printers, and they're going to print them and distribute them. I'm going to get the first pack so that I can check them to make sure that they printed well. We're not going to have any issues with like margins or something. And once that's approved, the 2 winners of the stream trading card giveaway are going to receive their packs in the mail because I already have their details to send those off. So if you're Bing or if you're Pilfer, you'll be getting your cards soon. I will do an unboxing video for the test copy that comes to me, so we'll get to take a look at those and check them out. And I will also, you know, obviously share with you guys the printer so that if you like the cards and you want to make your own cards, you can go do that. But on top of all of this, I did say that I would do a 3rd giveaway once the cards were complete. So in a coming stream, not today's stream, but in a future stream, I am going to do another, not like raffle, but like I like to do little, I don't know, you know, like not quizzes. What are they called? I'm blanking right now. Like if you ask us something like a little riddle or something. Hello, Crazy Chin Collective. Welcome to the stream. We were just talking about the trading cards. So we're going to do another giveaway. It will not be a raffle, but it will only be available to people who are in stream because they're going to have to answer a question. And the first one to get the question right wins the cards. Bing and Pilfer will be disqualified because they've already won before. These cards are a tiny bit more expensive than I expected them to be, so I don't know if I would do more than one more giveaway. So this might be the last one. And then I will do a poll with everyone whose characters are in the cards on my Discord to see if you guys would like a link to be able to purchase them yourself. I'm not going to make a public link to sell them because, again, they're not my characters. They're your characters. So if you want your cards, even though, like, I drew them, but, like, they're still yours, and I want to respect that. So if you would like your cards, if you don't win the next raffle, let me know in Discord, and we will, what I can do is send you a link to the deck of cards. I'm pretty sure I can set up a private link, like where I can only just give it to the people who I give it to. It's basically, I'm not selling them on my like channel. You have to like be in my Discord and want the cards and contact me there. So I hope that wasn't confusing. I hope I like got the point across pretty well. Crazy Chimp Collective, hey yo, figured I'd chill while working on work orders for my artist. Sounds good. I appreciate you hanging out. And I did not even realize I switched the screen. There we go. I must have, when I dropped my pencil, it must have hit the keyboard. Some random guy, honestly, I'm fine with you selling Pizza Demon Chan images as long as you draw them yourself and didn't just take my drawing. Yeah, of course. All the stream cards are your characters drawn by me. And I mean, you guys have seen them, right? Like, I don't wanna, man, I guess I could really quickly like, because I do have the trailer version of the cards. Instead of watching the full video, I have like a trailer video. I think I can get to it. Hang on a sec. Standing by, you know? Because I do want to show, and it may not be like bad to have just a tiny refresher too. Just to kind of like show you guys what I'm talking about and what we're celebrating, like finishing, because it feels like I've been working on these things forever, like just absolutely forever. And I would really like to be able to get these in front of you guys and to share them with you, because these cards aren't really for me. It's not about me. It's not for me. It's for you guys. And I want to make sure that I'm sharing that. So let's take a look. And full disclosure, this preview of the deck is just like the first, I don't remember how many, but just like the first batch of cards I made. It's not going to show you every character's card. Hopefully that's not too loud. SpongeBob, we have technology smashes computer. Yeah, I did have them printed in holographic. That might be why they were more expensive. I mean, it's not hugely expensive. They were like $33, but then you add shipping, and then it was like $9 more for shipping. So it's under $50. It's under $50 for these cards. But it's because I'm not buying them in bulk, so I'm paying the print-on-demand price for one deck at a time. All right, awesome. So let me switch back over here for a second, and we're gonna turn off. Wait a minute. That's so bizarre. Why is that like that? It shouldn't even be showing like that. I think I have to turn off display capture here. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. No? That is the strangest thing. How is it doing that? Oh, I think I know why. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Figured it out. Okay. Mystery solved. I had to get out of full screen mode. That's why it was like that. Yeah, so holographic cards, that is the plan. So we're gonna have those stream trading cards in holographic, and it's almost every character that you guys have given me. I think the only person who didn't have at least one character from this book make it into the deck is my brother, Cody, whose character is actually the king character, the duck king, this guy. I'm so sorry, Cody, if you ever end up watching this stream, because I know you pop in randomly. I did not have enough space to include every character, and I thought you would be the one who would not mind the most if your character didn't make it in the deck. So thanks for taking one for the team, my brother. If y'all see him in the chat, just let him know. Thank you, because his sacrifice means everybody else's character got to make it in the deck. But let's honor our kingly duck character and just appreciate the fact that he won't be showing up in the trading cards. But everybody else did make it, including our new characters over here. So Pizza Demon Chan made it in the deck. Holocron and let me say this right. Hulion and his son Rice made it in the deck. They're sharing a card. They're not getting separate cards. And Laurel or Lauren? I think it's Laurel Green. Yeah, Laurel Green. She also made it in the deck. So we made it, the characters all the way up until the last page made it in the deck, and that will be coming out soon. Gosh, I talked about that for a really long time. I'm really sorry. That was long-winded of me. I apologize. Also, I think we can jump ahead maybe in music. Okay, let's try whatever this is. And I'm not gonna color this on screen for you guys because I think that that's not the best use of our time. I'm gonna finish coloring this off screen and we're gonna start a new page today. So finally, at long last, we're gonna make it onto the next page. And some random guy says, I blame Apple. It matters not if it's a Mac or PC, it's all Apple's fault. Thankfully, this time it was an easy fix. All I had to do was get out of full screen mode. Normally, I am not that quick with resolving technical issues, but you know, a little pat on the back for that one. I got this one this time. Yeah, so what we know so far is that we have 3 teams left. 3 teams, let me make sure my hand's like showing on screen. One of them was disqualified. These guys right up here. Team Bakery Bandits. No surprise, it's in the name, so they got disqualified for cheating. Hello Nancy, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you were able to make it. We are just doing a quick recap before we start the next page. We are not going to sit here and color this. We're going to move on and draw something new. And then the new characters that we received in a previous stream, the most recent new characters that were submitted, were added to the remaining 3 teams. So what we have here is Team Chef Turkey received these 2 new guys. We have down here Team Fungi Hops a Lot, who got Laurel on their team. And lastly, we have Team of the Crop over here, who added Pizza Demon Chan to their roster. So we're heading into the lunch round of our Royal Bake Off, and those are the 3 teams that are competing. So we're gonna have to figure out a couple things here. We're gonna have to figure out what each team is making and where the lunch round is taking place. And I know previously we had talked about this in the last stream and we had sort of settled on like a castle courtyard. We wanted to get off the beach because we had spent enough time there. We wanted to move settings. So we're gonna move everybody to a castle courtyard, which means I now have to draw architecture. I can no longer get away with these squiggly lines to be like, oh, this is sand and this is sky. I can also no longer rely on a couple of trees and a road to make up a background. So we're gonna push me a little bit today to draw some architecture and to give us a new setting. Pizza Demon Chan will make her team make pizza something. I mean, that only makes sense. So each one of the new characters, by the way, if just as a quick reminder, brought a new skill to their team. Pizza Demon Chan, pizza. Holicron and his son Rice are experts at toasting marshmallows. And Laurel Green is a boba-rista. She's a boba tea rista. So each of them have some expertise that they're coming into this contest with, but that doesn't mean we have to stick to that. Although I do think pizza is like a dead ringer for lunch. I don't think you can go wrong with pizza. Okay, so after all her one job is to make people, yeah, love pizza. Understandable. So, Castle Courtyard, lunch round. I think we need an establishing shot probably for at least one of the first 2 panels, if not the first panel, which means I've got to do a background. Raise your hand if you love drawing backgrounds. Is there anyone here in the chat that enjoys, like, say I, like, that enjoys drawing backgrounds? Or do we all just hate drawing backgrounds and just love drawing characters? Let me know. It's decaf coffee. I know I said that I was not drinking caffeine. I'm not. It's decaf. So it's not really giving me the pick-me-up that I was hoping for, but I think I'm doing pretty good on energy. I think I'm delivering. So, some random guy. Backgrounds aren't horrible, but they take a long time. Nancy, I don't draw fast, so I like all of it. Yeah. I don't feel like I draw fast, but then every once in a while somebody will tell me that I do, which surprises me. Crazy Chimp, I'm a character designer first and foremost. I can do backgrounds, but not quickly. Understandable. T Hilly Gooth, I just want to call you Rowan. So Rowan says boo backgrounds, and Crazy Chimp Collective, you're on your own. Thanks. All right, well, I guess that's enough stalling. I've got my pencil. Let's get started. And I want to make sure you guys can see this. You can. So Castle Courtyard. First of all, we're kind of like, oh, the camera's not going to follow me. Okay, well, we'll switch. We'll switch. There we go. First we need ourselves, no, all the perspective. I'm not drawing a perspective grid. We are not doing that. Because nope. No, we'll be here all day. We're gonna eyeball this perspective, okay? We're not doing this correctly. We're doing this the incorrect way. Someone may only do perspective. I'm not gonna. You can't make me. I'm gonna do, okay, so first of all, I feel like this is a really tall panel, so I can really get like some height out of this. So we're gonna make the Castle Courtyard. We're gonna do kind of like a, I think it's I don't want to say the wrong thing and get canceled, but I think it's Spanish. If it's not Spanish, then it's the Moors architecture, but they had like the really nice arched passages between, like, it gives you shade, right? Like, and then you go, like, you have the courtyard, then you have this little passage that goes around it. Like, imagine it's a big square on the courtyard. And then that obviously leads inside at some point, but not every one of these arches goes inside. Otherwise, what would be the point? You're just like bringing outside and air inside. So then I think we can kind of like, this will be the roof. And let me see if I can like bring this closer to you guys. 1 second. I have this thing. It's called manual zoom. I just gotta put this this right here. There we go. So now you guys can hopefully see it pretty well. Let me see if I can make sure it stays focused. Okay, so it's gonna shake a little bit because I touched it. But we're gonna do, it's not like a super high angle on the roof. I mean, I'm thinking we're kind of like, it's a low angle looking up for the perspective folks in the audience. So we're not gonna see like a tall roof. It's gonna be a little bit foreshortened, but what we can do is, ooh, that was not even. We can add some shingles, right? We could do these little, I feel like this would be better served not to do this all in pencil, but to do it in the pen when I move to the pen. So just imagine for me that like we have the full shingle experience going on here with the roof. And then Nancy, simple backgrounds can have a big impact as long as it makes sense. No one will come for you. Yes, yeah, she's on my side. Nancy's got my back. That's where I'm at. We're doing simple backgrounds. We're keeping it simple so that we can just tell the story and not get like caught up in the details. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. That's how I'm going to justify this. So in here, because we know that this, these arches, like the floor's gotta stop somewhere. There's gonna be a wall on the other side. So that's gonna be sort of like the ground inside this arched wall to the courtyard for the castle, okay? That's what's going on there. And then here we have the actual courtyard. So I'm thinking for this, should the courtyard have like a water fountain in the middle and then like maybe tables around it for them all to do their prep, like their lunch table prep, their prep tables? Man, me, I can articulate today. Things are visible when they normally wouldn't be so. Yeah, from certain angles, that's yeah, perspective's an interesting thing, and it is fun to play with if you like are taking your time to really explore it. I'm trying to keep things kind of moving because we're on stream and I don't want to keep you guys, I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to like lose your interest, you know? So we're gonna try and just make sure that we can we get the idea and we keep going. 50,000 by 40,000 pixel resolution detail is everything. Oh, that's what you mean by you can see things you don't know. Gotcha. 10 years later, no! Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid, some random guy. I don't want to have a 10 years later moment. Okay, so I gotta think about this now, because we did do a little bit of not a huge ground to up look, but that means that we're gonna see the side of the table. So I'm not gonna just be able to draw bird's eye view circles for tables. I'm gonna have to see the sides of them as well. Bird's eye view of this might have actually been way easier, but I digress. So we're gonna have some tables here, and we're gonna need to see. And before we had square tables on the beach, so we're gonna do round like diner tables in here. So we're gonna see like this. I'm gonna do another one here, a little bit closer to us, so it gets to be a little bit bigger. We're gonna do like the side. So now we're seeing how this is the side. Same thing here. And we'll do one really big one down here, as if this is the table that we're standing at in this panel. And so it needs some table legs. We'll do something simple. It looks kind of like a beaker, like a science beaker, doesn't it? I think this one, we're not going to see the foot of it. It's just not going to come out that far. So I'm going to bring this down like that. And there we go. We have ourselves the beginning of a setting. And I actually feel like this would be better if I went in with a pen now. So we can really lock that in and see where we can add a little bit more context. So let's start with a pen, and we can start adding in details. And this is really gonna pop off of the page for you guys on screen once we're not using the light pencil. Resolution and perspective are life, says some random guy. I don't doubt that, but we are on pencil and paper, so the resolution is what it is, and the pixels do not exist. So let me see if I can draw a straight line. Oh man, please don't be shaky. On the plus side, because I'm not drinking caffeinated drinks, my hand's a little bit steadier, I think. So let's do this. Let's begin the repetitive, monotonous nature of drawing these shingles. This is the only time I'm going to try to bore you. I'm not trying to bore you, but I do, I don't know, I don't have copy and paste, right? I can't just duplicate. That's not how this works. This is not digital, so unfortunately, there will be no duplicating. We're just gonna have to manually hand draw every single one of these. I'm not being precious about it. I'm just keeping it moving. So we're gonna keep going. We're not gonna get hung up on making sure that they're all perfect. They're shingles, they can be imperfect. They've stood the test of time, right? They're weathered. It's not unreasonable for these to not be super consistent. I'm gonna try for some consistency, but I don't duplicate because I'm not an AI, so some random guy. I do when, I don't know, for little things. If I already drew it and I just need more of the same thing I already drew, and I want to save time, I'll duplicate. But it's not the same as AI. Those are not at all comparable. It's my own work, first of all. I'm not duplicating somebody else's work. So that's a start. Alright, we're gonna do one more row here at the bottom, just so we can make sure we touch the roof line, the wall, basically. We're trying to touch the wall. Make the roof touch the wall. That's what I'm trying to say. Here we go. Roof tiles are touching the wall. And I'm just gonna, in between here, make sure our wall has its little line that definitely reads as this is a different plane. Woo! Got through the shingles. How about it? Good morning, Poke Latte. How are you? We are making a castle courtyard right now because I wanted to suffer this morning and draw backgrounds. So we are doing that. We are drawing ourselves a background for our new location for the lunch round of our Royal Bake Off. We're off the beach. We have left the beach. And we are now, and now that I think about it, I don't know that like this line should even be like this one in between the arches. That shouldn't be there. So there we go. That should read better. Like that should actually look like there's an interior, roofs, there's a roof on the wall, and let's make our tables. Let's do this. Let's finish what we started. And by the way, I know that some random guy already said that it was not morning where he is. It's Saturday morning comics for me. But for some random guy, it's actually like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What about the rest of you? I know some of you have already told me before, but I have a terrible memory. So tell me again, what time of day are you in? Like, what is your, not your time zone, but just like, what time is it where you are? Is it morning? Is your Saturday already over? What is it? Like, what's, because like, we're talking about lunch here, right? We're talking about drawing a round of lunch for this competition, and yet I don't even know if it's lunchtime for anybody in the chat. Are you hungry yet? It is for a Poke Latte because it's 12:30 EST, so that means it's kind of like your lunchtime. So yeah, it's lunchtime for at least one person. Have you had lunch? To erase my pencil marks, so maybe we're just gonna have to keep it going, pencil marks and all. So hi, I am back. I don't have an eraser, so we're gonna just carry on as if I don't need to clean up this sketch, okay? And you guys are gonna be on board with us and okay with it, and we're gonna figure out what comes next. So we have a setting. We've at least hinted at one. I think what we need to do now is start talking about what each team's making. I know that Pizza Demon Chan's team is doing pizza, but we haven't really talked about what else. Like, what else for lunch should the other two teams be making? And as a quick like recap, let me scroll. Yeah. We're gonna scroll this book. We're gonna scroll it, and by that I mean I'm just gonna scooch it up so we can look at our teams. Okay, these are our teams. Right here. And this team, if it's not super obvious, Pizza Demon Chan's team, pizza makes sense. Welcome back. Who came back? Oh, do you mean me? Welcome back? And I haven't been gone in a while. If you meant me, thank you. I appreciate it. Glad to be back. How to be a printer for a day. My printer is broken and it's made me so angry because I've spent so much money on replacement ink for it that I refuse to buy another one for a while because even though I really need a printer, I just have to wait until I'm not angry anymore, I guess. Right, lunch foods. So, it is a bake-off. We're gonna try to keep it baking related. So, welcome back. I heard you say I'm back. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm back. Like, I'm back on camera because I sat back down. I was standing up and moving around, but we're back. Perry, you could buy a Brother LED laser one. I didn't know Brother made printers. I know they make sewing machines. I didn't know they made printers. Okay, I'll look into it. I've got to eventually buy a new one at some point. I've got to bite that bullet someday. So yeah, thank you for the recommendation. I'll look into it. You only twice a day now. What does that mean? Do you only eat twice a day? Is that what you're saying? So you're not doing lunch? You're skipping lunch? Man, that sounds rough. But you know, do you. You know your routine, you know your diet. Do what is right for you. You only eat twice a day. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. It is a legit diet. I understand, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not criticizing. So baking stuff. We want baking. We want this to include baking. Hang on. How do I do this? Because I kind of want to start like. Maybe if it's this button here. It's not this button here. Maybe it's this button here. It is. Okay. So we're gonna do a poll. We're gonna talk about, hello King R. James, welcome to the stream. We're about to pick some things out for lunch. So what should the other, okay, we're gonna do it by team. Okay, we gotta pick a team to vote on and then we'll do it. So we're gonna talk about Team Chef Turkey first. Team Chef Turkey here. So what should Team Chef Turkey bake for lunch? And I need your guys' ideas. So we're gonna put this in a poll. I need some ideas for things that can be baked that are also good to eat for lunch. You can also do pizza if that's what you guys wanna do, but like, then we're comparing pizza to pizza and the competition's gonna get really tough. So keep that in mind. Some random guy says Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, so Thanksgiving dinner could be for lunch. That's a really heavy lunch, but I'm not angry at it. Strudels, says Crazy Chimp Collective. So, Thanksgiving dinner. So you're saying like turkey. Well, let's be specific. So, turkey, you can bake burgers and fries. That is true. So we're gonna add burgers and fries. And for the Thanksgiving dinner one, let's like say specifically, are we talking about, so we're talking about the turkey and what other parts of the Thanksgiving dinner, like specifically? Turkey and like candied yams or green bean casserole. These are both things that go in the oven. You don't know, you live in Australia. Well, I will let you guys help me out here. Cornbread. Ooh, cornbread sounds really good. Nancy says a chai boda bread in a sandwich. All right, so I'm gonna add that one too. Chai. Ooh, I should spell it right. Chi boda bread into a sandwich. Okay, so Thanksgiving dinner. Eat the pink rabbit. Mocha Latte, we're not gonna eat we're not eating the contestants, no. If Pilfer heard you say that, he'd probably agree with you. But that's only because he likes to torment his own characters. How does this work? Okay, so on these streams, we are creating a story together, and we're in the middle of a baking contest, the Royal Bake Off. These guys are your hosts. This guy is our taste tester, and all of these characters came from you guys in the chat. So you guys have submitted characters, and we've added them to the book. We recently added the Royal Enforcer. So this is Ghost Anna, who was given to us by one of you, and we made her job to be sort of like the muscle of the contest, and she's hauling the cheaters off to jail from the breakfast round in this panel. And then we added some new characters last time we were on stream, and we have distributed them, we like separated them all out and added them to the existing teams. which I'm trying to put on screen here. And now we're in the lunch round. So we are we're about to vote on what this top team is going to be making for their lunch entry. I like how she's hauling with her ghost tail. Yeah, she's like, you know how like when you take in groceries and you're like, one trip. She's doing like that. She's like, one trip. She's taking the whole team to the dungeon all in one trip. So she's got all of them. She's not leaving anybody behind. It should be obvious from my image who I made. Yeah, we can tell which one's your character. Her whole deal is desserts, Candy Lamity. Yeah, if we make, like, I think the dessert round is probably gonna be more of like a sudden death tiebreaker if we have a tiebreaker on the dinner round, which we can of course orchestrate because we are the writers, we are the authors of this story. So Thanksgiving dinner, we're gonna say turkey, candy yams, and what else do you put in the oven? I'm gonna say you don't do mashed potatoes in the oven, so we're gonna say green bean casserole. Oh man, gosh, I hope I'm not spelling things poorly. Cause that would be embarrassing. Okay. Pumpkin pie, Crazy Chimps is pumpkin pie. Okay, so instead of candied yams, we'll do pumpkin pie. Because those are like desserty. We only need one. Pumpkin pie. Yeah. Mac and cheese in the oven. Ooh, I don't think I can add any more options though. Do we want to save the Thanksgiving dinner one for the dinner round and then we can do mac and cheese in the oven here? We also have lasagna. Okay, so we have two teams that we gotta pick for. So let's see, mac and cheese or lasagna. Let's see, lasagna. Yeah. All right, I'm starting the poll. Remember, this is for Team Chef Turkey, so the team here on the top, and then we'll do one more poll to vote on what this team down here is making. And by default, this team is making pizza. We already know this, so. It is up to you guys. The poll is live. You decide what I'm gonna have to draw. And you're also gonna decide what these teams are making and sort of determine, this is gonna play into who's gonna win. So look out for your team, look out for your characters, try to give them their best chance. And I don't know, what am I gonna do while you guys are voting? I'm gonna drink coffee. Ooh. I do think the Thanksgiving dinner one was a good one, but I think that that's a good one to save in the back pocket for the next round, for the dinner round. I think that's gonna be like a really solid option. And we will flip back over to where we are, to our today's page once we're done with voting. Because I just want to keep the visual up here so you guys can see what teams are what, just to keep it nice and available, and so you guys don't have to like retain all that information and remember it. Candy yam nights. What, did I spell it wrong? No. It's not even in there because we took it out. Okay, so I feel like somebody could put steamed hams. Yeah, you could do ham. I like ham. Ham is good. Did we say lasagna? We did, yeah. Props for the best. Strudels didn't get chosen. Those would be hard to draw. Yeah, I was gonna have to Google it. I might still Google no matter what it is, just for a reference, because it would make my life easier. But we'll see where we land. Why is there a bell sprout? That is... Whose character is Dave? Dave's character belongs to... You know what? I don't have to do this by memory. It's fine. I have them written down back here in the warm-up that we did. It's somewhere in here. I'll find it. You guys have music already. I don't have to sing to fill the dead air. but I can think out loud and talk to you guys. That works too. Hang on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so Dave, down here, belongs to Art by Callie. So Art by Callie submitted Dave on the very first We Make Comics art stream that I did. Which also, I think, was my very first live stream ever. So, yeah. Art by Callie was there. She gave us this wonderful character. And so that is why we now have Dave. And so, like, you can kind of see where a lot of our sort of, like, first round of characters came from, because we did them all on this format page. So we've got Candy Lamity, we have Candy with a K from Deadlight Switch, Crazy Chimp Collective, Candy Lamity's right here. That's who that character belongs to. Crumpleton Batterson the third, also art by Callie. And this character just got disqualified. They were one of the ones that got hauled off by Ghost Anna. Red Pedo's Mrs. Claus. We have ourselves Shmigel from Nancy, who's in the chat right now. We have Lily B, the pink bunny you were talking about eating that belongs to Pilfer. Chase, who's also Nancy's character. That's because these were done on different days. So we did these originally in the first one. And then, well, not all in the first one. The ones that have this sign on it, we did in our third stream, and that's because we were doing villains that round. That's how we ended up with the Bakery Bandit team. And that's why you're seeing some people have two characters in here, because they were on different days. Earl by Jay, Zelda the Cat by Black Cat Kitchen, Brush Bomber gave us Mia, and now I think, so how does this work? I literally don't know. Oh, okay, I'm sorry if I got sidetracked and didn't explain. So if you have a character that you would like to add to the comic universe, to this universe, and join us in our stories, you can submit them by Discord or you can submit them by email. I prefer Discord, but if you need to do by email because you don't have a Discord, I can give you an email address to send it to. Once we have your character, or by we I mean once I have your character, we decide what kind of a role they're going to play in this world, and then we draw them in. We just add them to the book and they become part of the universe and part of the story. Pokalate says, Earl looks like he's explaining to me why we can't unionize. He does have that down here too. That's Earl again. He's just not colored yet. He's partially colored. I started on him, but we didn't get all the way there. So many desperate people to feed pizza to, says some random guy. It is his vibe. Yes. Yeah. Totally is. It's totally his vibe. I love how, too, with the characters of glasses, like, the variety, okay? So we've got Earl here with half moon glasses. We've got Mrs. Claus here with very triangular glasses, cat eye lake style glasses. Mock the MC has the round glasses. Didn't we have another one with glasses? Or is that it? Those three? It might just be those three. But they all have different shaped glasses. I think if we do another one, it should be square-shaped glasses, because I think that's the only one we haven't hit yet. It's the only type of glasses, at least glasses shape, without getting really funky, that we didn't add. Let's see. We have a tie, you guys. Lasagna, mac and cheese, and burgers and fries are tied. We need a tiebreaker. We have 8 votes. Did everybody vote? I think everybody that's currently here has probably voted. Man. Am I gonna have to be the tiebreaker? That seems a little unfair. I don't feel like my bias should go into this. Oh, no. Okay, so somebody who voted for strudels, can you be our tiebreaker? Can you change your vote? Actually, I don't know if you can. Once you vote in these, I don't even know if you can... Can you edit your vote? You voted strudels, says Crazy Chimp Collective. Okay, so instead of Pokolate. Alright, so I need you two to pick one of the other two to be our tiebreaker. We need to either pick mac and cheese or pick burgers and fries so we can break the tie. If both these options could be less generic, I would, says Crazy Chimp Collective. Pokolate says you can't edit it. Okay. Alright, so you can't edit it. Man. Why don't we do this? We will use both of these options, but we will use them for 2 separate teams. So one team will get burgers and fries, and the other team will get mac and cheese. So we're gonna say, let's give mac and cheese, I guess, this Crazy Chimp Collective. And Poca says, I'll go lasagna. Oh boy, wow. Yeah, this is just crazy. Like, just, oh no, the indecision. Okay. I think what we need to do, I'm gonna literally just write on here what we're doing. So this team is doing pizza. I'll erase it later. It's pencil, guys. It's fine. This team's doing pizza. Pizza, you guys can't see what I did. I wrote pizza there. Okay. This team is going to be our burgers and fries team. Actually, let's do a mac and cheese lasagna. Mac, cheese, lasagna. And over here will be our burgers and fries. That way we've used all of the tiebreaker stuff that we ran into. So that way, you guys voted on these, we're using them. I'm not gonna insert any kind of bias. We're just gonna use both of them. They're tiebreakers that these 2 teams each get them, and we don't need to run a second poll. So, solutions. We're good. All right, so there is our answer. You cannot have an orderly stream while I'm here, says Crazy Chimp Collective. Apparently not. Everything's just kind of running into roadblocks, not like I expected. But that's okay, the unexpected is perfectly fine. That's why it's live, right? That's why we do this. Dog Food Chaos joined the server. Welcome to the server, King R. James. Are you going to submit a character? Let me know, because I'm not actively checking it, but if you tell me that you submitted a character, put it in like the art channel and let me know, and I will go check it, and we'll find a place and a way to add them to the book. Let's go back to this page now. That's all super zoomed in. And let's talk about how we're going to illustrate this. So now that we know what they're making, we gotta figure out what does that look like on the page. We've already announced, like this guy's already announced the next round. For the lunch round, each team gets new helpers. You have 1 hour begin. So we're here now. I guess part of their 1 hour got destroyed by them walking to the castle from the beach. So they're probably down by like half of that. Let's see. Make a lasagna burger with mac, cheese, and fries. No, because now we're combining the teams. How to deep fry a mac. So many lines, perspective stuff. No. Don't do that to me. Keep it simple, please. Give me something that I can draw quickly on stream so we can get through all of this. She does, well, she'll get there first then. She'll be like, you know, she'll get a head start while everybody else walks to the to the venue. All right, Stoodle Poodle. All right. So, I did not mean to just do that. That's Oh, I'm blanking on the actor's name now. I can't even make the call back. Okay, forget the reference. We gotta figure out what we're drawing. So, focus. We are making the lunch round. Cat hair. And we need... Oh, what do we need? We need... I'm like trying to stay in front of the desk, but the camera's over here for the book. So I'm probably gonna be like splitting my face on this to try to draw in front of this camera. So, sorry. It is what it is. Smug girl, which one? All right. Yeah, we're doing this. We are drawing this. We need, so let's see. Let's start with this. How about this? We will do like we're gonna look at this. This is the table of whatever team we're drawing first. And we're gonna try to make it less like wonky. Okay, there we go. And we'll just draw the side of it like this. Okay, so now we have ourselves a tabletop to begin with. And what we need to put on this tabletop are the ingredients for the first team. I guess since Pizza Demon Chan got here first, we can start with pizza. So we're gonna need maybe a bowl full of dough, right? So we need this bowl for the dough. We need a rolling pin. So let's add a rolling pin. Toppings. We need toppings. Pizza Demon Chan is smug when she gets there first. Okay, that makes sense. I understand now. Did we run out of music? Did the music stop playing, or do I just not hear it? I probably just can't hear it. It's still playing, it's just so quiet. Let's do... Okay. It was ambient, I changed it. Alright, so we have ourselves a mixing bowl, a rolling pin. Not a very good rolling pin, but it's okay. We can have ourselves like a ball of dough, like it's already been kind of like taken out of the bowl. Have like a little piece over here. Toppings. We need cheese, so let's have like, you know, like a cheese here, like a wedge of cheese, and a cheese grater. We can have somebody holding a cheese grater behind the table, right? You can make it look a little bit more like, I don't know, Swiss cheese, even though Swiss cheese is probably not what you'd put on it. I don't know how to make a wedge look like cheese without putting holes in it, right? It's ambient music. Maybe this would go better if I was pulling up a reference, but so far I'm just not. I haven't pulled up a reference because we are winging it, just like Pizza Demon Chan, who flew all the way here. We are winging it. So there's our wedge of cheese. What else did we need? Pizza toppings can change. This is true. So which ones do we want? Which ones do you want me to draw? That's the question. What am I drawing here besides these and besides the characters, you know, standing back here using this stuff? According to my research, squid ink or curry and banana can be used. What? Oh, yeast and flour. Yeah, there should be like a flour bag. Maybe we'll stick that here in the front. Like, how big should the flour bag be though? It should have like little feet like this, because the corners kind of tend to poke out like a little bit. And then we'll just do like this, and roll the top like that a little bit, and then put on the front the word flour. So that will go kind of in front of the mixing bowl, in which case, because I don't like that tangent, I'm going to make the mixing bowl a tiny bit smaller. Or I could just make the flour bag bigger. These last minute details or decisions can be made when it's pen, when we're using pen. I feel like something exotic. So you want to put squid ink on the pizza? Is that safe? Like, are you being serious? Like, is that what I'm reading? Like, you're talking about you can put squid ink on pizza? Do people really eat that? I mean, they are in the beachside kingdom. I don't know. I don't know what that would look like if I was trying to draw. Would it just look like, I don't know, like a little bottle, like a ketchup bottle, but like it would have a squid on it, and like you're squidding? I don't know. Maybe it's time to actually do a reference. So people do eat it, okay. That's interesting, okay. So we're gonna have, do we want, ooh, here's the real question, okay? Are you guys ready to start a riot in chat? Do we want to put pineapple on this pizza? Because I can draw a pineapple. We'll recognize what a pineapple is. Am I putting pineapple on this pizza? That is the question. Some of them guys says yes. Yes, pineapple. Pineapple boys, let's go. Crazy Jim Collective says, this sounds like we are pineapple on pizza people in this group. And I'm not mad at it. Some of them got Unite Pineapple Angels. Poca Latte, pineapple is great. Anchovies too. Alright, these are my kind of people. You guys like some pineapple on some pizza. Me too. Pineapple on pizza is so good. Let's see. We're gonna add ourselves a pineapple now. So let's put it kind of like right here in this open spot. You guys can see this still, right? Yeah. You guys can still see this. We'll do our pineapple kind of here. And it's gonna have like, you know, the little pineapple bits that poke out like that at the top. And then we'll just kind of add that pineapple texture here. Like that. So we have ourselves a pineapple for some pineapple pizza. Alright, so if they aren't triggering the anti-pineapple bros, the one thing they can agree with, pineapple is great, anchovies too. Where should I post my OC? Okay, so King R. James, for your OC, if you go to the Discord, go to under art channels, there's one called Art Gallery, post your OC there, and that should work. Okay, so, and I will put this over here so that I can keep an eye on it for when you post. And pull the chat back in front of me. Okay. Yeah, so let me know once it's in there and we'll take a look. And, your PC crashed. Oh no! Oh no, I'm sorry that happened. That's no fun. Hopefully it is fine. I also feel like making it needlessly spicy just to mess with the king. Well, you're also messing with Bing's character too, though, right? Because he's the royal taste tester. The king doesn't eat anything until the royal taste tester eats it first. So you gotta go through him before you can get to the king. But they might really like spicy food. You never know. Maybe they like spicy. Okay, so we've got ourselves a pretty good list of ingredients here. I think what we could do now is start adding some characters here in the background. So, unless he retches in the king. We did have a little bit of retching in this one here, but you know, he found the bin, so all is well, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure. That very, very salty desserty breakfast that he had that was meant to be sugar but was swapped with salt because of some cheating going on. It probably didn't taste great. That much salt probably didn't taste great. Due to hotness overload or ruh-roh. Yeah. Alright, so boy oh boy. If I thought it was backgrounds were tough, now I gotta add these guys to the scene. And I don't know if we're gonna fit the whole team behind that table in one shot, so we might have to just pick a couple to include. Pizza Demon Chan, because you're here. Dave, because Nancy's here. So we're gonna put these two characters in there for sure. Not Dave, sorry, Chase. Chase is Nancy's character. Oh, I'm pointing at something you can't see. Pizza Demon Chan will go behind the table. Chase, because it's Nancy's character and she's here, can go behind the table. And I don't know. We'll see where there's space to add others. So, I mean, it's not a super tiny panel. We'll be able to put a couple people in here. So we're gonna want, I think what we can do, let's start with a head to sort of get some positioning here. A torso. And I think we can put like a hand here on the dough. have this hand here on the dough. And we'll kind of put the other arm out just to the side here. And this can be, do we want this to be Pizza Demon-chan or Chase? If it's not Chase, if it's Pizza Demon-chan, Chase is taller, so his head would go like way up here. I think we're gonna break the panel to get Chase's like very swoopy bangs, so I'm gonna have to get out the whiteout pen, but then I think that'd be really cool to break the panel actually. I think that would look really nice. So we'll do Chase here. He'll get his swooshy bangs out so that he can break the panel. And that means, look, hang on. Let's get him a body in here. That makes this Pizza Demon-chan, so it means we need to bring some wings out. So there we go with that. And that was not super even. Let's try to even it out a little bit. It's a little better. What else? The panel couldn't contain them. Yeah. I actually love breaking the panel. You don't want to like overdo it because then it loses its effectiveness, but it's really fun every once in a while you can break the panel. Like here, I just turned this skinny little panel into a speech bubble, added a little whiteout, and gave it the little like tail. Where else have we broken a panel? Like I said, I've not really overdone it, but we've definitely broken a couple of panels. Man, I'm going back some pages and I'm not like finding one. I know there are others. What? Why is this? Okay, here's another one. We broke a panel here to add this dialogue. And that can't be it. Maybe we need to break more panels then. Because I definitely feel like there were more than that. And now I'm not saying it. So certainly something we can take more advantage of, I think. That we have not used nearly enough. We broke the panel a little bit here. So like this frame was kind of small, and to put the dialogue here, I actually just ran it across this panel and then broke the panel to bring the dialogue in here. Same up here, yeah. So I'm breaking the panels a lot for dialogue, but we can do that. We can break panels for more than just dialogue. So yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna break the panel. We're gonna give him his nice big whoosh of bangs. And it's just gonna like, yeah, it can't be contained. It's gonna break out. I don't usually make pizza, just weird characters, says some random guy. Poca Latte, do you ever play with a dough before you make the pizza, like tossing and spinning into the air? I think that's a good question for everyone. Is anybody here tossing dough and trying to do like the professional pizza? You know, like at least once. You've gotta have at least tried it once. I know I have tried it at least once. To do that like cool spinning dough trick, like feel like you're like a champ, a pro at this. I don't think I threw it very far, and I don't think I threw it very hard, and I think I did my one and I was like, oh, that's good. And then like, you know. But I know I can't be the only one. Somebody else has definitely at least tried it. Pineapple Angel Sand smiles upon us. Yeah, okay, King R. James, you just posted your OC. Okay, so we're gonna go into the art gallery, and by we I mean me, and I'm gonna look at this character. This character is called Red Calvin. They're cocky, dense, slightly dumb in personality. He still has the teen vibe despite being 23. The eyes glow, meaning he's winning in a rap battle in FNF or whatever he is confident, or whenever he's confident. Okay, so I'm going to open this up because I think you guys deserve to see it too. And we're going to take a quick look at this character. So we are going to... Why did display not... Interesting. Okay. That's why. Okay, I figured it out. So here we are. This character over here. Let me make it real big. We're gonna zoom, 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 zoom. There we go. this is our new character who's going to join us in our universe. And this character's name again is Red Calvin. So we're going to have to find a new role for this character inside our contest universe. Doesn't have to be contestant. Like we said, we've given people many roles. Some are taste testers, some are supply runners, some are like the MC of the event. Lurking Tony's character is playing MC. We have all kinds of roles that they can fulfill. So it doesn't have to be a competitive role. It can just be like, you know, like an actual fixed role in this kingdom. And like, if we guys remember way back, we didn't start in the beachside kingdom. All of these contestants traveled there from the forest. So the new ones we're adding that are not contestants are actually members of, you know, the oceanic kingdom, the beachside kingdom. And let's see. Pocolatte says, yeah, I just use a rolling pin. I'm too afraid to toss it. That's fair. That's fair. I think like maybe once, maybe twice. I mean, definitely once, but maybe twice I've tried it. But for the most part, I try to be sensible and just roll it because I don't want to waste it if I screw up. So it's a bit of a deterrent to playing around with your food when you don't want to ruin it. Because if you drop it and it gets on the floor or something, you gotta start over. Watching as the people of this world enjoy the fruits of his labor, says Summer Guy. What are we talking about? Lunar Garden. I've made my own pizza, but it never flooded in the air. Yeah. Well, making your own pizza too is really fun. I was just thinking that as they're making pizza, Pizza Demon Chan could change her appendages to match and also be a pineapple pizza. This is true, because I know we've discussed this before. That character can, like, it's not always the same. Like, it might be, I know I did pepperoni here on the previous page, but it doesn't have to be. And I know on the trading card for her character, we did, mushrooms and bell peppers and I think pepperonis. So yeah, she's versatile. She can have different pizza appearances. The answer can only be yes. King R. James says, my OC's girlfriend is here to join the world of comics too. Well, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you. Does that mean you dropped? I see. Red's girlfriend Ellie Rose, who is a 21-year-old demon, has also joined the Discord. I'm gonna open this up. We'll take a quick look. And oh wow, I have to zoom out now because I zoomed in too much. So let me get this up on screen for everyone so we can see who our other character is. So very quickly, taking a peek at Ellie. This is Ellie, the demon character supplied by James R. Games. She is 21 years old. The red glow is pure evil and cute. She used the eye glow to threaten her dad when he's about to kill her boyfriend. Well, I can understand why that would be mildly scary. So we're going to flip back over here now. And we're gonna take, we're gonna go ahead and finish adding characters to this panel so we can keep progressing through our story and try to put together this round for this chapter. And in the process, we're gonna find a role for these characters. And you know what we haven't done so far that just came to mind is spectators. They're having this contest, but who's watching it, right? Like there's not been a single spectator. We've got like an MC, basically an announcer guy announcing all of this to who? Who's watching? So maybe we need spectators. Maybe these two new characters could be sitting like in the stands or something, and they could be like voting on their favorites or you know, like have like a team banner or something. That'd be kind of fun. Thanks for liking, guys. Yeah, absolutely. love all the characters. And yeah, thank you for liking the stream too. I appreciate it. It's always good to see the videos perform well, of course. Like, any YouTuber wants that. So it's great to see, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you liking the stream. I appreciate you participating. And even if you're one of the quiet people who just like to watch or listen to it in the background, I appreciate you too. I like that you're here, that you're joining us, and you don't have to be talkative to be a member of the community, and I appreciate you either way, to my talkers and to my non-talkers, you know? So thank you. And we can definitely fit another character in here. I feel like the other two, Dave and Zelda, are kind of small. Ooh, so small that you didn't even see them on screen. Dave and Zelda are a little small, so maybe the next one we need to add is Earl to this shot. So let's put Earl right here in the space next to Chase. He's a little bit shorter, so we're gonna put him here. Give him a body like this. Some shoulders. Maybe he can have his hands, you know, on his hips like this. He's got suspenders on, so we'll add those. He's also got one of those like colored shirts, so we'll do that. And some ears on this guy, and he's got his like Einstein hair, so we're not gonna forget that too. Gotta give him his Einstein hair. Pizza Demon Chan's got the 3 bangs here, and then the long ones on the side. So we're gonna remember to add those. And then the rest of the hair just kind of like flows down the back. So we'll do that. And the tail. We're not gonna forget the tail. So we're gonna have the tail up here, just kind of like going behind her. Like that. Okay? Remember, Pizza Demon Chan has arm warmers. Right. So let's not forget the red, like arm sleeves that don't connect to the shirt. There we go. And then the dress is actually the kind that goes up around the neck like this. So we'll put that in there. It's taking shape, you guys. It's starting to come together. Oh, so happy. Okay, so we've got this. I'm gonna put Chase's arm just kind of like down at his side here. He's a little bit standing behind everybody. So he goes behind this wing. He goes behind Earl's arm here. So yeah, Chase is just a little bit in the background, but still in the foreground of the panel since he's breaking out of the panel. So all of this should kind of come forward. Which is a little problematic since her wing is going behind the panel. Maybe I can just sort of like, just kind of like run it right up to the edges there. Okay, I think we're solid on this panel. I'm not gonna worry about inking this just yet. I think that with the sketch in place, we can move on and sketch the next one. So that is good for that. I think we're solid here. We can come back to that in a bit, but let's think about what the next one looks like. Because we've got like, that's the other part of this, like, project is the challenge of making the story we're writing and drawing fit into these pre-made panels. So like, if I move this back down so you can see the whole page in its entirety. There you go. The panels are already decided. Like, we don't pick the panels. The panels were printed on the book. So we've got to make the story fit into the panels that we're given, which means that this next panel is a lot shorter. We're not going to be able to do the same thing where we can see the whole table and the ingredients and the characters for that team behind their table. We're going to have to be a little bit more creative. And the same might go for like this stuff down here. And also we need to think about like pacing. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot all at once. But we're also going to have to take into consideration the pacing of like how we're doing this. We've got 3 teams who are all making a different dish. And if we went 1, 2, 3, then we've now created this very awkward, like here's a trifecta here. Like what maybe I should have done was more set up in these panels and then did the tables for each down here. But then we're talking about scrunching them all into these very tiny spaces. So I don't know, we gotta like think this out before we start drawing some more. Like if we just keep drawing, we're gonna draw ourselves into a corner. Gotta think about like plan the page, right? So let's kind of like plan the page and figure out where is this going? How are we going to, we already know what we're trying to say, what we're trying to show. How do we do that with these shapes that we're already given? Maybe the underside of the table where Lily Bee is hiding. Would Lily Bee be hiding under the table? Yes, absolutely, because we know that's her character. She might be like sleeping under the table while everybody else is doing work, which would be kind of funny. Can you still add your character? Yeah, you can. If you haven't added a character. Sorry, I yawned. Yeah, you can definitely add them. So same thing that King R. James did. Just send, if you have Discord, the link to the Discord is in the description of the video. Just join the Discord and then go to the art gallery part in the Discord, the art gallery channel in the Discord, and add your character there, and then let me know so that I can check them out. And I will add them to the list of characters that we are putting in the book. And that's really all there is to it. So let me know if you submit a character. Remember, PDC arrives first. We know, that's why their tables, that's why they got the head start. They're the ones who are making theirs first up here. You prefer being called King or King R, makes it easier to say. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Definitely makes it easier on me when I'm reading the chat. So now we have to figure out, I do like the idea of doing another table, but doing it from the underside and seeing like, seeing Lily Bee being a slacker, and just kind of like chilling while everybody else is working. So like, let's sort of mirror the same width of this table in the top panel. And then, oh gosh, we can just sort of like give it just enough of a curve. I don't have my eraser, unfortunately. Actually, I have an eraser, but it's kind of garbage. I was using it last night when I was coloring the last page, when I started coloring the last page. And it's really streaky. That's not so bad. So we'll just do that. So there's the underside of this table. It's not the same table, which might cause a little bit of confusion because it might look like she's like under their table. But I think if we add like the legs or something of her team, it might be a little bit easier to tell that we're looking at a different table. So first of all, let's do, we gotta do the stem of the table here. So here's the stem. The stem of the table. No, it's not a stem. What is this, like plants? No. The leg of the table. I want to center it, and that wasn't very center. This seems a little more center. So we'll do this here. Okay, and a slacker snacker, yeah. Even better, right? A slacker snacker. She could be sneaking snacks under the table. Some random guy says you could call them SRG. I think I'm kind of used to saying some random guy now because you've been very much a regular on these streams, and so I've gotten really used to saying it. So I don't know if I'll be able to change that. I'd have to like really focus to do that. It might just be easier to continue saying the whole thing for me. But I appreciate you offering a shorter nickname. Hello, Moss. Welcome. Hello, I'm late, but I have arrived. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you coming. We are into the next round of our stories competition. So we are doing the lunch round of the Royal Bake Off that all these characters are competing in or facilitating if they're not competitors. So we have moved to a new location. I don't know if you remember from last time, but we were on the beach and we are no longer on the beach. Now we've taken it kind of inside. We're not totally inside, we're in the courtyard of the castle, so we're still kind of outside, but we're at least getting a change of scene. And we are setting up the lunch rounds. We did the breakfast bake-off already. We're now making lunch, and we've decided that our teams will be making pizza, mac and cheese lasagna, burgers and fries in that order, respectively, for the 3 remaining teams. Snacky snacks, yes, King R. We are putting Lilybee, per Pocolatte's suggestion, under the table, sneaking snacks and being a slacker while her team does all the work for their entry for the lunch round. I think my staying up all night to watch Goosebumps is catching up with me because I'm starting to feel tired. I'm doing a lot more yawning. I apologize if I am making you guys tired by doing that. That is 1,000% not my intent. So I apologize for that. But we're gonna keep it moving for as long as I still have energy. So let's do this. And I think Lilybee. I would like to pull up a reference. I mean, this shouldn't be too hard if I just go over here to Pilfer's channel and I look at the fan art section. There should be tons of Lilybees in here. Scrolling. I am scrolling past a lot of Lilybees, but I'm looking for one that that looks more like how Pilfer draws Lily. Huh. I guess I could do it from memory. That's not how I wanted to do this. Oh gosh. Gushness. Oh my gushness. We will, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just keep it moving. I don't want to keep scrolling and waste your guys' time, so let's start this. Some random guy, I'm still high on excessive adrenaline from just before the stream with your fitness stuff. That's great. Yeah, that's another good thing about being active and fit and giving time to your health and wellness and giving time to exercising. The endorphins you get from that can actually be great for battling depression. It can be great for giving you energy, like you just said. So even though you feel like you just spent a lot of energy working out, it actually refuels you, which is great. And it's good for burning calories, because the older we get, the more we sit around. I don't know if that's true of everybody, but I feel like that's true of most people. And so it's harder to burn off the amount of calories that we intake. And so you kind of need to incorporate exercise into your routine, or else you're just not gonna have a good balance of the calories you eat to the calories you burn. So I'm stating the obvious. I know that. I'm sorry. Let's draw some Lilybee. Okay, so what is she doing though? She's snacking, right? We have her under this table sneaking snacks. So anyway, if I listen to Dragon Force, I can overclock my theoretical limits on the treadmill. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Dragon Force is, but a Pocolatte high intensity workout. I'm on low intensity workouts right now, but we discussed that at the beginning of the stream. It's a band. Okay. I'm just not familiar with it. Gotcha. I gotcha. All right, we're gonna draw Lilybee under this table. So let's start with a head. And because she's a bunny, we're gonna give her little puffed out cheeks like this. And I know the way Pilfer draws her, she's got this little poof of fur at the top of her head like this. And give her a little bunny nose. Some eyes. Round out the head, but then we can have let's do one bunny ear, kind of like this. The other one can kind of be bent under the table like that. What do you think? Can you see this? That's the better question. Let me fix that. There we go. Now you guys can see what I can see. You added your character, Lunar Garden says. Okay, we'll get right to it. I just want to try to really get this locked in real quick. So we're gonna give Lilybee And then there's another like little tuft right here of fur that comes under. And then I'm not sure. We're gonna have to play around with the expression a little bit to get the expression to look a little bit more mischievous, so that it's obvious that she's hiding out or like slacking. So I'm gonna change the expression. It's not gonna stay that way. It's gotta be a little bit more clear. But at least we've got like the pose in place. The body is where we need it to be. Where do we add characters to on Discord? So to add a character, you just go to the art gallery area and submit your character there. And you'll see Lunar Garden just submitted one, and you'll see that King R had submitted some right above Lunar Garden. So just add it there, and you can tell me a little bit about them when you submit it. Any details you want me to know about like personality or appearance or the lore of their story, I'm open to it, and we will take a look and see where we can see where they fit in. And I think what we're going to start doing is actually building up our spectators in this story, because they're putting on this show for nobody so far. I think what we need is to start creating an audience, like filmed in front of a live audience kind of thing. Minus the filming, I think they're just sort of like, it's a live event, you know. I feel like it would be funny if Lily's team got into a hot sweat thinking they left her at the beach or something. Yeah, we could have some dialogue too. It doesn't all just have to be staged like photos of them prepping. We can also have some dialogue going on. We can create some drama. There's no need to not create drama. It's a comic. It needs some conflict, right? Besides just the contest. We can add a little more interpersonal drama, for sure. I hear you. Summer Guy, I feel like, yeah, no, that's what I just read. Cool. Alright, so, now that we have Lily here, I know the expression needs fixed to be a little bit more, like, telling. But, that said, let's go ahead and pop over here again real quick to take a look at this new character submission that we just received from Lunar Garden. This character is a 55-year-old elf who's a druid and has a fighting spirit regardless of her age. She's the head of the Tovanar family, and her family members call her Nana. She loves to bake her special lemon poppy muffin. That sounds really good. So let's jump to display capture so I can show you guys. Here is Nana, and she is the lemon poppy muffin specialist. So I think she's going to have probably... She's gonna probably be a hard one to impress, being a bakery master herself. I think when it comes to impressing the audience, this is gonna be the one that is gonna be the hardest to win over. 55, so a newborn in elf years. Alright, let's see. I've got 3 new characters, spectators. We're starting to build an audience, which is great. But we're also going to have to figure out how we're going to show that. We got to show that in the book. So it's not just a matter of what are these guys making again. It's also a matter of who's watching, what is everybody thinking. You know, we're trying to tell a story here, so we got to think about more than just the meals. It's a multifaceted thing. These comic pages are not simple. They might appear simple. They're not simple. We gotta work with the shapes we're given for paneling. We've gotta come up with a narrative. We've gotta work out our characters, and I've gotta try for some consistency. And, you know, we also have to, like, you know, drive the story somewhere. So it's a lot. And I think we're doing a great job. So high five to everybody in chat, because this is coming together really nicely. I am constantly impressed with how this project has gone, because I don't know, I bought this book and I was like, this would be a fun thing to do with people. And then I didn't know how well it would come together. I mean, I kind of like suspected, because just like with the load-in stuff that I showed you earlier, this stuff, I've seen what people are capable of. I've seen how no matter how many people you bring together to like try and tell the same story, it can be done. And it can be beautiful, it can be cohesive, and so I knew it could be done. I just hadn't tried it in comic form before, so I'm really, really proud of you guys. I'm really, really impressed, and I love this, and I like where it's going, so keep it coming. Love the ideas, love the characters, love the story, love the experience. You guys are awesome. Now, what do we do with these 3 panels right here? We do have 3 new characters, 3 and 3. I feel like it would be a shame not to use these 3 panels in this row to introduce our 3 new characters. So I think we should do that. So we have, I think, boyfriend, girlfriend in the split frame. This is the split frame. I am so sorry. I keep bumping the camera. I don't mean to do that. I know it's crooked. I'm trying to fit it on screen while also keeping it zoomed in, you know, zoomed, manually zoomed. Yeah, so boyfriend, girlfriend can be in this like split frame, and then we'll put Nana in this panel. So let's do that. Earthquake, yeah, Pokelatte earthquake from shaking the camera. It does appear like that. And then I think lunch is actually gonna have to be a 2-spread thing. I think we're gonna have to continue depicting the lunch round on the 2nd page, which will be the next stream, of course. We're not gonna like try to tackle 2 pages in one stream. That would be too much for me. But under the table quick, yeah, everybody hide. Get under the table, find shelter from the earthquake. Sorry I was busy, but I just came back again. Welcome back, Moss. We were just shaking the camera and causing an earthquake for the stream. But we're fine now. Everything's stable, everything's steady. We're doing good. We're doing good, we're looking good. We're adding 3 new characters here. Starting with, I think first I gotta figure out, what is that? What is the smudge? You guys can't see that. There's a smudge. Earthquake. There's another smudge on my book that just caught my eye, so I'm gonna try to erase it. Just a little bit. Okay, so widescreen view again. We're gonna put, let's see, Nana's gonna go here. And then we have, let me see the other character names. We have Ellie Rose and Red Calvin. So Red will go here and Rose will go here. So Red, Rose, Nana, like that. And I'm gonna put them either like, I don't know if I'll put them in bleachers per se, but maybe we could do, I don't know, stools, or what would it look like? Because I'm trying to think, like we're here, right? We're in this courtyard, so what would it look like to set up like stands for the spectators? Where would they be sitting? What does that look like in this aesthetic, in this scenery? But Pilfer is under the table. She's stealing my lunch money. She'll steal my lunch money. Are you talking about like Willoughby? She is a bully. It is canon. She might. She just might. She won't hurt us again, some kind of guy. Don't worry, Pokelatte, I'm stronger now. It's not like before. I can protect you. And thus, another plotline was born. I feel like there's definitely some multiversing going on in the chat right now. I forgot to get out of full screen mode. So, I think we need to decide real quick what is going to go in the bottom panel here. So we've got Red, Rose, and Nana. And then down here, we have this really skinny, really long, like, panel. What would we put there? Because I'm drawing a blank right now, and we gotta know how we're gonna resolve this page. So I think before we start drawing anything else, how are we gonna resolve this page? What goes here? How does this end? I think there's been no dialogue so far at all on this page. It's all been visual. So maybe we could put some kind of like commentary here. Like I could turn this thing either into a full commentary panel like I did before, or we could draw like Mock with his megaphone here. Like, let's do that. Let's not turn the whole panel into a word bubble, but if we put the megaphone here with our boy Mock the MC here. So this guy that you can barely see, I'm so sorry. And the 3 new characters, but they all have red glowing eyes and are judging you harshly. Yeah, that like our eyes sparkle like when you're seeing like something that scares you. I like that idea a lot. I think that's great. We can do that when we draw them. I'm putting this back, okay? Because I want, oh gosh, I really just want to be able to, like, you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I think when we draw bing, 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 like all 3 of the spectators here, we can do sort of the eye glinting, scary, like the pressure's on, anxiety, you know, riddle, that's scary kind of thing. They're watching. I get what you're saying. I think you said it better than I did. But the point is, yeah, I can draw that there, and then we can have sort of our MC guy here explain like something about like a live audience. So it can be like just this word bubble here coming out of this megaphone, and it can say something about like the judging this round will be conducted by our live audience or something like that. A worm's eye view to make them look intimidating. Yeah, like the ground up view to make them look very scary. Looking down on you, yes, from above. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So perspective, the thing we've been avoiding all morning. But it would be effective. It would be effective. I do think, yeah, I think we're gonna have him. So do we want then, instead of the king and queen judging this round, we can have our live studio audience judging the lunch round. So we're gonna have one last what did we call it before? We said for the lunch round, each team gets a new helper. You have 1 hour begin. One last not one last surprise or one last what do they call it when in the middle of a, you know, in the middle of a contest, they make an announcement like, oh yeah, and just so you know, this other thing, like this plot twist or whatever, like what is that called when they do that? It's not a plot twist during a contest, but there is a word for what I'm talking about. I just don't know what it is. Do you guys know what it is? Sort of guide perspective to Perry. I always come back. Yeah, the unavoidable truth for sure. Is that an intermission? No, not intermission, but like when they make a change to something and it's like, yeah, an intermission is like a break. They do like a surprise, I don't know. We could just, since I can't find the word for it, we can just not use it, but then like say something like, heads up teams, this will be your new judge. This is a, oh gosh, why are words hard right now? So like we did, so this round will be judged by our live studio audience. That's the message that we're trying to get across, but I just wasn't like sure how to like address it. Like the first line that I did not write here. Like, I don't really know that word. Yeah, and I don't think it's the ex machina either. Basically, we just need to say this. We just need to say this round will be judged by our live studio audience. But like, I wanted to like, you know, like there's gotta be who are you addressing? Who's he addressing? He's addressing the team. So how do we say like, hey team? More like a live castle audience. Yeah, instead of studio audience. I like that. Live castle audience. Live castle as opposed to dead. A dead castle audience, so a live castle audience. Castle, there we go. Our live castle audience. But we get the point. We've all heard the phrase live studio audience, so we'll get it. We'll get it. We understand the wordplay here, right? Right? It's clear. We have one more surprise change. This round will be judged by our live studio. I think that's good enough, right? Like that gets the point across. We don't gotta be cheeky. All we need to let them know is we have one more surprise change. This round will be judged by our live castle audience. And message sent, right? Like achieved. We got it. That's cool. We're good. We have this. So, we are going to stream for about 5 more minutes-ish, like maybe 5 to 7 more minutes, because I tend to set myself up for a 2-hour stream. So we're gonna kind of like sketch in. Oh man, it's so hard to like not put this on a tilt for you guys. We're gonna sketch in these 3, just like some bare bones sketches. And then what I plan to do is like before, I will come back to the next stream with this all like penned in. We're gonna ink it all in. The previous page will be fully colored. It's only like half colored now, but we'll get it fully colored. This will be fully inked and we'll be ready to do this page in the next stream and quite possibly do the next stream trading card giveaway in the next stream. Possibly. It really depends on when the cards, the first pack arrives so that I can make sure that they turned out correctly. And if I do have that in my hands, then we'll do the next trading card giveaway, okay? So try to be here if you're trying to win those cards, those trading cards, and I will have a riddle ready. So be ready to answer a riddle. All right, so let's wrap this up with some character drawings here. And so what we need first is to do some poses. So we're gonna put Nana here. This is her head. And we're gonna do body. And since we're trying to do that crazy perspective, like, like looking up at them intimidatingly, that's when we're gonna do the head kind of small. The body's gonna like trapezoid out, you know, so that we're seeing wider here at the hips. And because I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm just gonna try and figure this out. There might be some erasing involved. I need a drink because my throat's getting kind of scratchy. I don't know if that helped. It doesn't feel like it helped. I think I've been talking too much. Okay. So thinking like hips, you know, and maybe one knee is coming over the other. So we've got like, no, that's not how it works because this has got to come down. We've got to have like something more like this. Oh boy, doing crazy poses while also trying to do perspective. Because I'm crazy. Y'all can relate, right? You know the struggle. You know what's up. You know what's up. Alright, and so then we can do, like, we can even do, like, crossed arms, you know? Like, really, like, really intimidating, really like high expectations. This is Nana, the expert muffin maker, and she is not settling for mediocre. This woman knows what it means to make good food, and she is just not gonna be impressed with, you know, a sloppy effort. Lily B hiding under the table. So here we have, so we're gonna do, I might have to bring the arms out a little wider, I'm not sure. It depends from this angle how we need to do this, but we'll figure it out. So this is just, I'm just figuring out some very, very basic shape language here, and I'm going to refine it, don't worry. I never leave anything looking like this, so if you're worried right now about what I did to your character, and you're worried about how boxy and not great this looks, don't worry, because when I clean this up, it's gonna look better. Trust me, it's gonna be fine. And then we're gonna basically do something very similar here, but instead of crossing her arms and her feet, I think we'll just have her legs straight forward, and then her arms can kind of come out to the side here, like she's got her hands like on the bench, you know? Speaking of bench, maybe that's something I should take into consideration, like maybe there should be like a bench here. So yeah, I think there should be. I think we should be seeing some kind of like a bench going on, and we'll bring it all the way across as if it's like, yeah, as if this was one broken panel. Oh, I'm going to have to take the laser out because you guys can't see what I'm talking about. So here we are. We're gonna have one bench go just like all the way across, and then it'll just be like one broken panel where they're all sort of kind of connected because they're all sitting on the same level. And then we'll have red here as well. We're also still doing the trapezoid body because we're trying to get that like low looking high perspective, which I will look at references for when I'm off stream and can refine these poses a little bit better without wasting your guys' time. So that's why I'm not trying to like get super fine detail here, because I know that I'm gonna work on this off stream anyway. Some random guy, my character looks like a 5-year-old drew them at first. Oh, when I did it? Yeah, it's just so I can get the idea. It's more like, it's not even about the idea, it's about getting the proportions in the right space. Like getting spatial awareness is kind of what all this scribbling is. Like it's just the paneling, like I have a panel and I'm looking for spatial awareness. I want to figure out how big the shapes are inside the panel, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So when I'm like, oh, the trapezoid and the body's gonna get elongated and it's gonna be bigger here. Like it's not gonna look like this when I'm done. This is me just figuring out my spatial, like, proportions, if that makes sense. So anyway, I don't mean when you drew it, I mean when I drew them before the final master. Oh, okay. It's part of the process. That's why the phrase, trust the process exists. It doesn't always look good until you're done. You gotta get through the ugly part. You gotta get through the part where you're not sure and you're doubting yourself and you don't think it's gonna turn out right. And then it does, because you keep refining it. So it is a process, and that's why I'm saying, like, don't worry if you don't like this, I'm gonna make it better. It's not gonna stay like these little boxes that you're seeing right now. Yeah, so like, it's still pencil and paper. This isn't my digital art. My digital art quality is certainly better than my pencil and paper quality. This is me getting in my practice with pencil and paper because I don't do it enough. But you can kind of see what you're getting in these finished pages. Like, it's a little bit more refined. The shape language is better, the body language is better. Like, this is kind of the same thing I'm trying to do here with the unbroken bench, how I did this table across all 3 panels. Same idea, but instead of a table, we're doing it with the seating that the spectators are going to be sitting on. So, it actually has the right number of fingers, 33 layers. later. Oh, 33 layers later, it has the right amount of fingers. Okay, so you're talking about like your process. Yeah, layers are a beautiful thing when you're doing digital art. I don't have that here, so a lot of erasing, a lot of pencil marks, a lot of going with the flow when I mark something in ink that cannot be unmarked. And at my most desperate moments, I have whiteout, so that's gonna wrap it up for this stream though. I think that I'm done here for today. I appreciate you guys coming. This has been really fun. I loved getting back into this. I know that I haven't really been putting out as many videos lately because, again, medical reasons. I have to minimize stress. I have to minimize anxiety. I have to like, even though it's good stress, to like be working towards goals and videos for my channel and focusing on that schedule. It's something that I have to really like dial back right now for me, just for the next month or two, and then we'll be back to normal. But streams are back on. We didn't do streams last month, but we are doing them this month, so you guys will see me again for the next stream, and I will see you all there, okay? Bye!